have been disempowering. Do you understand?
Okay.
And it hurts me to say this on national radio. Nigeria is designed, as it's currently constituted, is designed to wear you out. Do you understand? So that you think, oh, there's no hope. There is no, just give up. Do you understand? Like I literally told you this morning, it took determination to be here.
To be here.
Literally, like I woke up, I didn't know there was a I didn't know it was a marathon. I'm like,
Olumide to the barrister, he too was
I didn't know. I'm like, okay, thank God. I just I had to use some yes. I mean, so what I'm saying is this. For example, you talk about politics. Because of the way it has been presented to us, people are saying, no, I don't want to be part of politics. It is politics that made some people come late to work. It is politics that make you buy for 1,000. People don't know that.
True,
so they think politics is election. Politics is not election. Politics is policy.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So first I must say about politics is that the wrongest thing to say is that I'm not interested in politics, because politics is interested in you. Politics will affect your life. It's not prayer point. I don't care how anointed you are. You will come late to work. If they block
you can't not be interested in politics
because politics is interested in you. Do you understand? There's no prayer point. God of nothing you can do. I mean, Goshen is a location. It's not it's an experience, not a location. Meaning that yes, you will be in the earth. You connect with the earth, but you have certain experiences. Do you understand? Yes, you might have an advantage, but you have those experiences. So the first thing I would say that don't say I'm not interested in politics. And this is the thing is that people are waiting for 2027, and that's the biggest mistake.
Yeah.
Say no, I will call. It's not about PVCs. It's about engaging. Like I also said that here, you don't have to be partisan. It's not about political party.
Okay.
You can do that privately, but in public space, I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about political parties. I don't talk about. I can do it privately, but when I'm in a public space, I'm telling you that you must be engaged. Because this is your life that is going. Do you understand?
Absolutely. And I think a lot of people hide behind the cover of political parties.
Sure.
And it's like, those are just, I don't know, those are just a part of the equation.
Of it, sure.
It is not the actual issue, not the...
No, it's not.
Or maybe we've made it so in this part of the world.
Yeah.
But, it's beyond that. Like you said, it's engaging. And, it sounds like it's like tale as old as time. Once upon a time here on this station, we used to have this show called Office of the Citizen. Which is the most important office.
More than
I
the
almost
president.
cringe saying it now because it sounds like something you just say because it sounds good to say.
Conditioning. That's what I call education. They've told you to...
But like...
the
office of the president works for you. You employed him or her.
Simple. Like, the three most important words in any democracy is we the people. It's not the president, not the senator, not the governor.
Over here, it's not the case.
Because you have been conditioned to believe it is not.
So how can we start unconditioning ourselves if there's such a word?
So that's one of the things about active citizen. You must be engaged in politics. You must find out, okay, why are we buying fuel 1,000 naira? There's a contradiction in Nigeria. Do you understand? Why do we have the largest African refinery, but yet we are... That Robodinion does not really make sense to me. It's not math is not math. Do you understand? Somebody is trying to some monkey business. Do you understand? Why is it that we have there's band A? What does that mean? Do you understand? Why is certain people don't even interrogate policy? They don't. What is a budget? Do you understand? Why are we paying for religious pilgrimage? How does that add to the GDP? Do you understand? So when they say Nigeria go better, what are we doing? Go better. When somebody says we are going to attract FDI, are they Father Christmas just come and throw money around? What is the stability that you are saying? Do you understand? So you engage intelligently. You don't have to, people don't have to agree with you.
Questions, and it starts from before whoever is elected.
Sure.
Because I think if you have a culture of engaging properly, asking questions that matter.
Sure.
Okay, great. These are your plans. Beautiful. Show me how. Show us how. We understand that things might change, but just at least have a blueprint going in.
Exactly.
If our leaders were used to that, it'd be easier to hold them accountable in the office. I mean, one of the the thing, we're so used to bad things in this country. It's not good. Our national grid has been doing Jangilova for the past how many days?
Hopscotch.
And I'm like, how is something as basic as power still a problem for us? People have come up with beautiful, innovative inventions, and they've been able to use the most mundane things to generate power.
Yes.
Fine, of course, you need to look at how you can, expand out on the land scale to power your nation or whatever. But I don't know. I want to say it cannot be that hard. Maybe the engineers they have.
So the thing is this, right? Nigeria is by what we have here is a feature.
Still a problem.
It's a feature, not a bug. It takes a lot for something to remain dysfunctional.
Every single every quarter.
It's
National Grid is
intentional.
falling.
And I hate to sound like a conspiracy theory, but it is intentional. Because see, one thing you understand about government generally around the world, if they want to fix a problem, they'll fix it.
Right.
Just know that. Like now, somebody say, police is not working. It's a lie. When they really want to look for you, they know where you're living.
EJ, this morning now, as we're looking for who will give us direction on the road, they say you will not see the people in charge.
Do you get?
When it's not the one that you will see them.
When they want to walk.
I did see
suddenly now they arrested some young children for street. Suddenly, now you can so because there's pressure, that means somebody can make it work.
Yeah.
But because it's not in the interest of certain people for it to work, some people are profiting from our dysfunction. Both inside and outside the country. So the more dysfunctional you are, the more you buy fuel at a certain price.
Yep.
Do you understand? And if you start asking yourself, who are these people owning these refineries? Then you start adding. You start hearing things like Malta and say, okay. You get it. If you don't get it, forget about it.
Honestly, but that's you make a very salient point. And so now that begs the question, whose interest should matter? Because then it seems as though a certain group of people's interests are now put above the general masses. Exactly.
Which is why I said that you must engage, because the more you are disengaged from politics, the better for them. They are more comfortable. Do you understand? When they are more comfortable, they're like, today they increased the price of this. No, nobody said anything. The next thing they increase. Have you noticed fuel was increased 3 times in the last 1 month? So it's a normal thing. Okay, nothing happened. So my point is, before I even come and talk about business, politics is not about election, campaign for my guy. No, but that's pedestrian politics. You can engage intelligence. There's no election. You're not running for office. Nothing. You're just a regular guy. That's why I like advanced countries. I'm like, hey guy, you come and explain what you want to do. Somebody say I will make 1 naira. Don't you interrogate the person? What is the plan?
How
okay, I'm going to give you this. What is the time? What is the plan? How are you going to get there? So can I vote for some? For me, I don't care who you are. I can't vote for somebody that doesn't debate, because you are telling me you don't have a plan.
Yeah.
And we justify. I don't want to use the word
from accountability.
Hey, do you get? So that is for me. Then very quickly, let me just mention business.
Please do.
When we talk about business, people talk about this. It's not buying and selling. That is elementary. Business. Okay. What we are doing here is business. Do you understand? We are literally taking care of business. Your business is really a platform, and your skill.
Standing on business.
Do you understand? Standing on business. Your skill is your business is a platform. Your skill is a strategy. Do you understand? When Jesus wanted to use about Peter, I need your boat. It's a platform. I need your boat as a soapbox. God will not come down and save you. So when they say you go better, it's not Jesus Christ. It's not Muhammad. It's not Buddhist. God is going to use you as his agency. So when they say go better, what are you doing? Because business is the first sign of productivity. Okay. If you're not productive as an individual, Nigeria cannot be productive as a collective. That's why you have per capita GDP is the combination of the individual productivity of individuals. So if you're not productive, you don't like Nigeria. That's true. Even though yes, I understand there's some circumstances that are mitigating against you, but on your own, if you don't develop yourself, that's the first sign that you're not productive. Okay. Because you are becoming a liability. You have decided to be a liability to Nigeria. But when you develop yourself and you're productive, you are saying I'm an asset. Do you understand? Then we have less problems to solve. So that's why think of business like that, not buying and selling.
Not buying and selling.
Do you understand?
You know what's interesting? This thing you said is so important because I was at an event, last week, and it was a conversation around SMEs and export imports and all of that, the whole 9 yards. And it's interesting because this statistic came up multiple times in the course of the 2 days of that event, that the country's economy is made up of 96% SMEs.
Yes.
96% of the economy Nigeria's economy is made up of SMEs.
Yeah.
So small, medium enterprises.
Sure.
You as an entrepreneur starting something.
Sure.
You're adding to that 96%, meaning that the big dogs, the big threes, big this, big that, they're just 4%.
Sure.
So if anything, you deciding to start up something in your little corner, you don't even know how much impact that's having on the nations.
The day the person that sells akara on my street does not come, I feel like I've been betrayed.
Can you imagine? You see, there's that.
I feel like I've been robbed. Like what happened to her? I want to know what happened to her, because that akara is essential to my destiny. I must have that akara. Do you understand? That's how important she is. She doesn't know. She thinks, I'm tired, I'll come. But some people's plan is around that akara.
Yeah.
We have planned that.
If you think about it that
way. We have planned our life that tomorrow morning, me and akara will meet. Do you get? But she doesn't know. She doesn't know. She just thinks I'm selling akara. But I like her output is my input. Do you understand what she thinks she's doing? That okay, that way do that she's cooking very well. That I'm coming back. She does not know that she's adding to my productivity because I feel good. My creative juices are flowing. So we don't know because we don't know how powerful each person is, and we have been disempowered by narratives. And they talk down on young people. They say, "Who are you?" So I think you should realize self-awareness. That's why emotional intelligence. Yeah. The more you know yourself, realize wait. That's why I told myself. Some things I write, I should keep them to myself. But somebody is feeding off. Somebody is waiting for me to drop this article. The person may never reach out to me by DM. We may never acknowledge it. But he's saying, "Hey, yes, I thank God he has says." Do you get? So you don't know how much somebody's tuning in now because Onyinechi will be on live by 10 a.m. Do you understand? So that's how you are. Signature of God is consistency. That's how you know God. It's not a religious point. What makes God is consistent. You can bet that the sun will shine because God is. Do you get? God is behind that. So to be a God on this earth, you must be consistent. Yeah. They can bank on you. They can say, "No worry, Onyinechi sure guy." They were telling me, "I trust you." I was like, "Yeah, that's me." That sounds like me. Do you understand? Exactly, people should be able to go to sleep. Don't worry, Onyinechi go do them. Do you understand? I was in the north. Somebody said, "I want a yaro make man mazza aikish." Say, what does that mean? This word, don't worry, you do it. So people is such
a nice language. Do you get? Sorry to digress. Please go ahead.
Actually, I speak 4 languages, so yeah.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah. Hausa,
Yoruba, and Ibibio too.
That's very nice.
So really the thing is this. People should be able to trust you, to say you're dependable. Do you understand? What is national grid? It's not dependable. I cannot plan my life around it. That's why. Do you get? So that's why this year I invested money in solar because I'm like I can't be doing that. Yeah. Do you understand? I can't. My life I write around the clock. I cannot avoid.
Honestly, do you get? So power is so basic.
You know, I mean. It's
like how are we struggling with this?
Do you get?
And like you said, it can be sorted.
It can be. I don't want to, somebody went to, somebody went to go and study this in somewhere in another country. They say, what are you going to do there? Okay. They say statistics now. Statistics will go chop. How can you not know how the implication, see, productivity, right? Public productivity. We are talking about education. We're talking about power. Yeah. We are talking about fuel. This is how people generate productivity. And you remove subsidy. What is the plan? What is the plan B? Yeah. Do you understand? This is how you productive, because that shoemaker needs electricity to produce. Absolutely. That person. So when you don't give them electricity, you are sabotaging them. Yeah. It's not by no, don't tell me you love us. People don't understand how statecraft. You are sabotaging the person by not giving them affordable education. Yes, there's private school, I get that, but basic education should not be a thing that people should be fasting and praying. It's not a prayer point. Do you understand? So when you sabotage it and you wonder how would Nigeria go better? No, I said no. Give me the indicators of it go better. Do you know, I wrote a book say hope is not a strategy. It go better. What are you going to do? I hope I'm going to be early to Onyinechi show. No, I have made a plan. I woke up by 7 to be here. Do you understand? I went there. I left home early. Find out there's a marathon, but I navigated myself. So planning is strategy. God is a strategic God. It's not. The plans I have for you. It's not. Afterthought, what will you do? What the plans? I have strategy. I have a timeline. When Jesus Christ was born from the foundation of the earth, but when the time came, she was. Did you get? God is a timeline God. It's not happenstance. Do you get? That's why you can plan around God, because make I go sleep because the sun will shine tomorrow. That's how people are productive. But the first order of productivity is order. Okay. Or light. So let there be light. So let us now see what we are going to do next. When there's no let's not go there. Let's not go there. Let me not cook.
Words on marble.
Don't let me cook this morning. It's too early.
Mike, I know it's a good time for breakfast. In that sense, if you're just tuning in, you're listening to the JX Show 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Onyinechi Ekumankama, and I have MI in the studio with me, Mfonobong Iyang, discussing faith, business, and politics, right? Is that what we titled it? Yes, faith, business, politics, and we're looking at the understanding your role in this trifecta. Yeah. All right. We also have a couple of books to give out. So if you're listening and you'd like to put a call through, I don't even know how to give out these books. Let me see. If you'd like to, be a part of the conversation and try to win yourself a copy of this book, courtesy MI, you can join us very briefly before we round off in some moments. For the men, your number is 0201, I beg your pardon, 2770993. That's 0201 2770993. For the women, yours is 0201 465 7190, 0201 465 7190. And on WhatsApp, your message can come to 0809 597 5805, 0809 597 5805. You must be able to come to Victoria Island to pick up this book, though. That's the criteria for winning it. Hello, good morning, 99.3. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good morning. My name is Mark.
Good morning, Mark. How are you today?
Oh, thank you.
All right.
So I just called to say hello to MI. He doesn't know me personally, but I know him across various platforms.
Oh, wow.
Morning, Mark.
Boys, good morning, MI. Well done. Nice job you're doing. So keep the good work going.
All right.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much, Mark. Great encouragement call. We have a message from John from Vietnam. He's texting from Vietnam. He says, "Good morning, Onyinye. This topic is serious. After God, the next politics. Nigerians are very far from civil education. Politics is very important." He says he wants to invite you, my guest, to join his community of Nigeria Good Governance Forum. He says your guest is making serious sense. Nigerians need him. Please share his social handles. All right, it's going to be shared.
Yeah, no problem.
It's going to be shared, definitely. Okay, sorry. Good morning, Onyinye. Please, this is the same MI that called the radio station from Bariga.
Not from
No, it's
Bariga,
Akoka
from
now.
Akoka, yes.
Yes, MI from Akoka, yes.
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 One and only, please.
Babs from Aja says he would like to win the book. I also got a message from Emmanuel from Lekki earlier. He says, "Good morning, Mrs. Adeobibe. Please, I would like to get the book by Mr. Mfonobong Iyang. I have been looking for his books." Thank you, Emmanuel from Lekki. All right, let's take a few more calls and then we'll try to round out the conversation here. How time flies. Hi, 99.3. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Enye.
Yes, sir. Please turn off your radio for me.
My name is Peter. I want to congratulate you before I say anything. Congratulations on your wedding.
Thank you. I'm grateful. God bless you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's a nice program. I want to also wish Mr. Iyang all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Have a blessed day.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Very kind. Good morning, 99.3. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Morning, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. We thank God. How are you and your guests?
Morning,
we're very well, thank God.
Please, I want to deviate a bit. I am a retired army officer.
Okay.
All this back and front, abracadabra in this country. Let me give you just one secret. I'm not supposed to.
Very quickly, please.
We actually close to the seat of government, and we know how Asher Rock Foundation was built. You see, anybody that is coming into that place, even with good intention, has been programmed.
Oh, wow.
So when you come there, you are programmed, and you have no choice than to follow them up. Let me tell you, the only thing I want to advise us,
all right,
because this thing happened to some of our West African countries, the only thing is that God will intervene in his own way.
Okay.
And that is the only way out. Let's take, for instance,
Oh,
Ghana.
I'm sorry, sir. We have to go now. That's the time. Thank you so much.
It's okay. Thank
you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry for having to cut you off time. Thank you for that insight.
Very quickly, let me respond to that. The lepers, the four lepers said, "Why sit we here till we'll die?" Do you understand? If we go to the city, we will die. You stay here, we die. Why don't we take a chance? Did you understand? God didn't give them a vision. There's no prayer point, no prayer chain, no all night. He just took a decision because decision determines destiny. Do you understand? Some people are not even Christians. They're not Muslims. They said this Singapore will work. Lee Kuan Yew said Singapore will work. They're not even. They're not worshiping God. Prayer is not. It's not a replacement for critical thinking. Did you get it? I get it. Everybody, let's accept where we are.
It's very important.
It's good, but it's not
the only.
Because God answers what we ask or think. People forget that part. Ask or think.
Okay.
God is interested in how we strategize. God says, "So surely nothing." What they have planned to do, I cannot stop them. So let me disrupt them. So this idea of ego be like has always been. Maybe we are that generation that will start it. I'm not saying it will happen in our generation. But if you say this is how it will be, the leper said no. Why sit we here till we die? Very important question. We go die if we die here. If you run them, any God go run them for us. Do you get?
All right, we have to round up in a few more minutes. Please, could you give us your social handles?
And social handles across all social platforms. That will be Inspiro Fun. That is INSPIRO MFON. I'll say that again. INSPIROMFON across all social media platforms.
All right. Tayo from Aja says, Mrs. Mrs. Adeobibe, thank you for today's topic. Shout out to MI from Akoka. Well done, and continue to enlighten the civic space. Awesome. Thank you so much. So I've picked my winners off air. Okay. I would reach out because time won't permit me to start announcing. So just stay tuned to your mobile device in case you get a message from me. or from the station saying that you won the book. Thank you so much, Emma. We have less than a minute to go, about a minute. So in 1 minute, can you round off, the takeaway from this? It's a conversation that needs to keep going on, but just a takeaway very quickly.
So I think people, Nigeria should believe, yes, don't give up on Nigeria. And by Nigeria, I don't necessarily mean the government. Patriotism is loyalty to the country, not necessarily the government. I know these times are hard, and don't give up. That's the plan, for you to give up. Do you understand? It will be worse if you give up. Do your part. Don't even say I'm running. It's not about running for office or anything. Just do your part. Be a model citizen, so that the less problem we have to solve, the more you take your role, the less people we have to solve. Then there's something called a critical mass. You get to a point, you cannot continue like this, then something will give.
All right. Thank you so much, Mfonobong Iyang, once again for coming on the show. Always a pleasure having you.
You're
Ladies
welcome.
and gentlemen, thank you for calling and leaving messages. My name is Onyinechi Ekumankama. I'll be back on at about 11 a.m. with our friends from the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. Emmanuel is up next with Travel and Culture. Stay tuned to find out where you're going.